Question 27. Volume of 180 mils remains to be administered intravenously. The flow rate is 20 drops to the minute and a 10 drop set is used. Looks like a lot of information, but we'll break them down as we go. We need to calculate the infusion time in probably hours and minutes. So first thing we do is we're going to break down what the 10 drop set means. A 10 drop set means that there are 10 drops per each 1 mil. 10 drops to the mil. So and that's where we're going to start. So first we're going to work with the box method here on the left. So we start by writing 10 drops in 1 mil, and then we can say that bit of information has already been used, and now we have to look for another bit of information that will have either drops or mils. Probably quicker to use the 180 mils because it's the one single bit of information. It needs to sit on the bottom here. And then we have to do the calculation. If 1 mil goes up to 180 mils, it goes up 180 times larger. So the same must happen to the 10 drops. So 10 times 180 will be 1,800. But we can do the full workings for this. Multiply the diagonal. 10 times 180. And divide by the third number, which is just 1 mil. So we can use a calculator, but we probably don't need because it's 18 times 1 is 18, and then we have those two zeros there. So hundreds times 10 gives us thousands. What is the answer? The answer comes out in drops. So it means that the 180 mils will be broken down into 1,800 drops when using a 10 drop set. So most of the information has been used apart from the 20 drops per minute. So we create another box. So this is a typical two-step problem. So we're going to start with the have, which is the rate we have over there, 20 drops in 1 minute, and then use the answer we just had before here because it matches exactly here with the drops. That will give us the time in minutes for a start. So we can even just do a mental calc again, an estimate. 20 goes up to 1800. So this has been multiplied by something. And we can even ignore the zeros if we want, one on each. 2 to 180 increased by how many times? 2 times what would give us 180? 90. Very good. So that means 1 times 90 should give us the answer. But we'll do the full calc anyway, just so that we have it here in front of us. So we're going to say 1 times 1,800 divided by 20. So even using a calculator or just doing it in your head, we get 90. 90 what? Must match 90 minutes. I'll stop here. I know we're not finished because the answer must come out in hours and minutes. You can think about that while I solve the problem again using the formula method. So let's see what we need here. We're just going to remove this bit. We use basically the same information, but what we're going to do now is use the 1/have formula. So I'll start by saying, oh, where do I start? Well, I'm not going to look at this because I'm looking at that bit of information, 10 drops to the mil. that could contain my have, because we have a ratio, a rate, and the 180 mils is probably our want, because we want to infuse that. So want over have times the third quantity. We'll do 180 mils. Now, so that's gone. In this have, and I could have used the other one over there. Well, no, I couldn't, because I need the mils. So the only place I find the mils is here. So 1 mil, that's gone, times the third number, which is the 10 drops. But it's in the same way we did 2 boxes, we'll have to do 2 formulas. But let's just finish this off. 180, the mils cancel out. Our answer will come out in drops. 180 times 10, 1,800 drops. But we want to know the time, so now we have to involve the minutes. So that's our new have, and our want is this answer to the first part. So if I write want over have again times the third number, we want 1,800 drops to infuse over, so that's used. Now we come back, and the 10 drops had already been used as well. We come back to this blue one here, 20 drops per minute, and we write 20 drops, which is the have in that rate, multiplied by the third number, which is 1 minute. Do the calculation using a calculator, or just doing the thinking here. How many 20s into 1800, or how many 2s into 180? 90 minutes, because the drops cancel out. So we got 90 minutes in both methods, and now we have to convert this into hours and minutes. So the first thing we'll do here is just think about 90 minutes or we can do it in our heads. In 90 minutes we have 60 minutes and we have 30 minutes. Together they make up the 90 minutes. The 60 minutes are an hour and the 30 minutes are there. So final answer, 1 hour and 30 minutes. So this one we don't actually need to do any big calculation. It's just 1 hour and a half, but we need to give this half hour into minutes. Let's say now we didn't have exactly this 90 minutes, but we had something like 150 minutes. So we could try to do that same method. We could say there is one lot of, not 60 hours, one lot of 60 minutes in here, another lot of 60 minutes. And so this is what, 120, and we still have 30 minutes. So here we would say 1 hour, another hour. So basically we have 2 hours and 30 minutes. If we had more broken down numbers like 192 minutes, you could still be doing that, but you could also just divide 192 by 60, which gives you 3.2. So if you are dividing by 60, which is 1 hour, you're checking how many lots of 60 minutes go into 192 minutes. It's basically just 3 full lots. So we say it's 3 hours, and what's left here is a fraction of an hour. So 0.2 is 0.2 of an hour. Basically all we need to do here is, or you could even watch it as a percentage. This is the same as 20% of an hour. So all we need to do is multiply, isn't it? 0.2 times 60 minutes, changing that hour into 60. And if you did that calculation, you would get 12 minutes, 20% of 60. Think about it. 10% of 60 would be 6. 20% is twice as much, so 12. So in this answer here, 192 minutes is the same as 3 hours and 12 minutes.